top side and keep an eye on that Elise Vi combo in the early game. In contrast, Heretics, a lot of team fighting.
Oh, yeah.
Ezreal, Wukong, Leona, Cassante. One of the biggest changes is how much extra damage you now get in the early game. And it's nothing to laugh about. Ooh, Humanoid already forced to flash away there. Heretics coming in with the delayed invade.
I suspect.
I mean, Elise is so good at the tower dives, right? Because of her ability to reset the tower aggro. The cocoon has been locked in. Here we go.
Carlson still at level 1. He's got the Pathmaker to make himself immune for a second or two to that CC, but he'll still just burn down. First blood donated to Upset.
And now Heretics looking to do the same on the other side of the map.
Okay, looking to make that one happen. Flash away from Oscar and trying to buy some time. Does his best to Drake count step, but just about surviving for now. Fnatic to getting away with it. Teleport back, and we're going again. Oh no, he's still level 1, Carlson. Cocoon goes wide, and I think Fnatic are going to breathe for a second. Another chunk comes on through with the Catherine Rain. There's the level 2, gets hit by the Vault Breaker. How aggressive do Fnatic want to play? They're still getting incidental damage down to half. Carlson needs to be wary. Cooldown's coming off for Fnatic. Pathmaker used, big damage onto Mickey, but he'll just repel to drop the aggro, but drops right in front of Carlson. They're going to leave it alone for now, and Carlson doesn't die a second time.
The good news for Carlson is he's able to soak up a lot of the XP.
And then he does that.
He's at risk of losing some farm on the bot side of the map, but he's going to make that sacrifice to secure the first objective of the game.
Push against Fnatic. Mickey on the very squishy spider has to be careful of the bug-catching squad. He's just sat on a ward. That means the Zenith Blade just wide.
That's no flash.
Turn around, the Cocoon lands. They're going to try and make the punish happen. How dare you? Bush bait against Fnatic of all teams. Like one of those very, very top teams here in the... So far, so good in game 1 of the playoffs. Carlson going to get shuffled away. As I think Fnatic showing exactly why they're so dangerous. The coordination is going to leave their top laner. Picking up a kill is Razork. Nice kill. That's 3 kills, and that'll be the feat of martial might. They've still
been able to establish themselves with authority around this dragon, but Fnatic don't really seem to care all that much.
Heretics might, though. The Solar Flare lands, and it's onto the very squishy Razork right now, who goes down. That is a shutdown as well, picked up by Camulu's Ari. Fnatic's Mickey in danger. Has to flash away. Show still with the Cyclone running. Gets another bop. Carlson came teleporting in to try and get someone more, and they can't. They'll get a kill. They'll get a flash off Mickey. Full damage to turrets with this build, so I expect Fnatic will be swiftly claiming the first turret of the game. Camulu is going to have Sheo supporting him, trying to shove up here against this tier 1, but I think Oscar should be okay to clear this one up. And here comes the rest of the squad. Solar Flare landing, and Besser is down for the count. Flacker picks it up with the assistance of his True Shot Barrage.
Very nice. Secure earlier. Heretics going to be forced to reset, go back to base, pick up some crucial items, but another tower falls in favor of Fnatic. You can see, do we feel confident enough to contest them on this Herald, or are we willing to concede it? I think that with double Trinity Force on the side of Heretics, oh, they're going.
Gonna try and blow up the spider. They do pick off Mickey. Nice moment. Camulu still with 2 charges after the ultimate, just wide with the charm. Turn around to Carlson, but that is a Cassante. Not the easiest target. Nonetheless, Fnatic continue, and I stand straight corrected. He is dead to rights.
That is the Vi and Besser combo that we've seen work so effectively here in the LEC. They shut down Carlson.
Here we go. Goes jumping on in, and a nice little combo as Oscar in follows up to allow another kill to go over to Fnatic.
A promising pick comes through from Heretics initially, but then they flounder. They're too separated. Fnatic find. Look at the damage he's getting out onto Carlson.
Carlson not enjoying that in the slightest. Nearly 2,000 gold up individually. That's pretty scary. On the other side, Flash, Vault Breaker into an Emperor's Divide. It divides Camulu from all of his health points.
Razor, oh, hang on.
We're still going. Carlson nearly going down, trying to spend as much time as he can. Flash on the other side, and the turret disengaged from Oscar in, dodging away, not even with the Drakehound step, just straight up footwork. Needs to get to the other side of this turret, though. Drakehound stepping as far as he can and gets out from a very deep dive.
That's the scary thing about Cassante.
He's still pretty damn mobile on this Ambessa. Gonna try and keep running away as fast as he can. There's a smite, a Nimbus strike, but it's not gonna lead to anything else.
The problem is that's a lot of time now spent for Sheo, and the collapse is very quickly coming through from Fnatic.
Here comes the Fnatic Goon squad looking to jump on his. Stend is there. Sheo, though, clones away for a moment, but I think that's just going to allow a killer instinct from Upset, who might think about flashing after this. Don't want to do that. Razork will instead just queue on forwards with a smite. Upset gets the shutdown.
They didn't want to waste any time there. Upset committing the flash to helping the gracious Atakan, and now it feels like the game is slipping away from Heretics. Their options are quickly depleting as Fnatic only continues to ramp up.
Possibly been kind by saying slipping. I think it has just straight up slipped. Camulu now in danger as Oscar Inin lands the public execution. 6,500 gold behind. Atakan is falling as we speak, and Team Heretics can't even cross map because the Ambassador lands an ult.
Ooh, Camilo.
No, pushes for it! He is taking no prisoners.
He can get another one.
He's got a withdrawal available. He can go as deep as he likes. 5 levels up on Stend. They'll just turn back towards the Dragon.
It very much feels like the Oscar Razzle combo in terms of their setup and playmaking.
Fnatic with the withdrawals available are going to use them to dive very deep indeed. Flakked is annihilated. All out onto Upset, who just does not care. Another kill secured, tier 2 under siege. Razork will claim that one. All the while, of course, Humanoid is shoving into the tier 3. Fnatic unrelenting in this game 1.
The coordination just feels like it's on another level. Fnatic is executing to perfection. They're going to secure 2 inhibitors just like that. The Baron isn't even up yet. And they're setting their sights on the Nexus.
Team Heretics, you still got to deal with all of the withdrawals. Fnatic can go hell to leather here, die and be just fine about it. They're not going to go that deep this time around. They'll back up, but 2 inhibitors.
Championship throughout the entirety of last year. And,
oh, nice angle on in. Camilu's going to ult away. Oscar in and lands another ult. Sheo trading out with Razork, but that's a Cyclone down, and in goes Humanoid with a slight glide and divide, and in comes a killer instinct from Upset, who helps the rest of the team clean stuff up. It's Mickey who claims the kill on the Ahri. The Fox loses to the Spider. Another Cocoon. Upset on a killing spree. And Flakked and Stend, Heretics bot lane, have got an insane job, an impossible job to do, defending the Nexus against the full might of Fnatic. This game is over. Fnatic are taking no prisoners. They execute Heretics. 24.5 minutes in. Game 1 of playoffs is Fnatic's, and it wasn't close.
A very clean game from Fnatic, start to finish. The way they executed the lane swap, the way that they controlled and coordinated in the mid game. They only conceded 1 tower, and that was, they traded 2 inhibitors for it. This is the Fnatic that we've come to expect here in winter, and they are very impressive.
But that's enough from us. We'll go to the break, and after that, the desk has it from there. 2016.
Yeah, just because you have so much mobility on the Yasuo, your ability to skirmish against the Gnar is super effective. Gnar can bounce away, and Yasuo is one of the few that's leveraging the minion wave. Sheo knows my bot lane has prio. I have the agency to move into your side of the jungle, and I can now get some revenge for those early camps that you stole.
Zyra notoriously fast clearing, and MickeyX and Upset, they were the ones interrupting backs last time. This time, they actually still going to try and turn on to Stend, who's low and goes down! Oh, it was looking so good. The priority was there, Sheo was there, and it just doesn't matter. Welcome to the Bounty Castle, Stend. Enjoy your stay in the grave.
The idea was so good for him.
Pops back to his soul or body with the Unbound Soul. Sheo, though, looking for a wraparound. Reminder, Humanoid does not have Flash. If that Q lands, doesn't. Flash for the Grasping Roots doesn't land, and now Razork's around. They can look to bait it. There's the twisted advance. Camilu forced back towards the plants. Is Humanoid, though, burning out. Sheo, that's a deadly garden. Nightshade to be found as now Razork in danger. Get hit by another Grasping Root. Camilu using the Raptors to try and escape is very, very low. 58 odd HP. Mickey won't find him, but now he's a bit deep. That's a level 6 Zyra still going to try and fight this Yone. What is going on, Mickey?
Yes, ignite. I think he's trying to ignite it.
His fight seal comes on through, the shield comes in, and Team Heretics pick up 2 kills.
Response from Fnatic turning awry, and Heretics continue to win out on the top lane matchup as well. I will admit, the CS being even, not the best position for the Yasuo, but you know that Yasuo's going to continue to scale.
Stranglethorns, I think Humanoid's in danger. The heal from Mom is not enough, and another kill comes over. This one to the Yone. Chains of Corruption land in the bot side, though. Stend not level 6 yet. MickeyX and Upset continue to trade on forward. The last order would do it. Flash for it secures, and Flakked has to Valkyrie away. A 21-gun salute to his fallen brother in the bot lane.
To play for, they're zoning Humanoid away from the tower. In fact, he was even forced to go back to base. Upset is stuck in mid, catching the wave that Flakked is able to push very quickly, and now they're looking for another fight.
Razork goes back in, gets a double Bramble Smash. MickeyX tries to get the Magstorm, gets it onto both of the jungle and AD carries. Flakked gets out, but Sheo, the man with the gold lead, goes down. Stend gets a double knockup, but they've lost 3. Camilu's trying to trade out, but there's just too many Fnatic members. And Fnatic swiftly punish Heretics, overstep in the bot lane.
They certainly do. Heretics one step too far. Knockup comes through from Carlson.
As breath comes on through, but Oscarin still has the hop around in force to try and trade those structures back. At least it'll only be a trade on the turret HP bar, not too much more. 30 seconds until Dragon, though. Fnatic with pressure in bot lane are likely going to want to try and hold on to command of this river. Stend goes forward, but there's the ult from the Maokai. Turnaround, though, into the face, sealed! Immediately removes Razork. Mickey gonna have to flash on out, stays alive, but burns very low with the Leandri's tick.
So now it's Fnatic who overstay their welcome. I'm surprised both sides committing very heavily.
Can do quite a lot of damage to a turret if you're given half a wave to work with, and Flakked gets an auto too. Upset though, has to change the corruption. Flakked ready for it. Valkyrie's away. And now there's a bit of a bait being set up by Heretics. Stend and Carlson combine. And MickeyX is off his high horse.
A very nice pick onto Mickey. He didn't respect the fact that, either way, did cost Oscar his flash, so the potential flash Gnar play in later team fights is something that Heretics don't have to be afraid of. Oh, hang on a minute.
Nice last breath combo, gets a huge shot, got a humanoid, but flashes over the wall. Now Stend, at least with the ultimate running, is relatively tanky. Carlson, though, certainly is not. And Fnatic punished that attempted pick. Carlson running away as Oscar Rin nearly a mega. Runs down the Yasuo, flash over the wall from Flakked. Oscar Rin got a blast cone. Doesn't have the flash, but a flash and show to get away from MickeyX is not enough. Shattering Strike, Magnet Storm, the hail of arrows, and the plant is swiftly snipped. There will be no smite. There's nothing really to claim aside from Atakan, though. Are Fnatic feeling confident enough with the members dead to think about it? Looks like they are.
Definitely should. Heretics just with another crucial blunder. I feel like I'm beating a dead horse as, the top lane.
Camillu claims the tier 2. All the while, though, Fnatic have sent 2 members to try and punish. The Fate Seal went wide, though. So Upset goes on a rampage.
He's got a face check into Flakked.
Oh, Flakked punishes just so well. There's a barrier, there's a flash that is not going to be burned. And Flakked picks up 1 at least. Stend now over here. And Fnatic have been pretty slow to take this. Carlson's around. They can't finish Atakan. Razork at 20% HP has to be wary. Carlson, last breath into the backline. Onto Humanoid of all people. Twisted advance. And then a wind wall. Sorry, a tornado to claim the kill. They'll keep on playing that. They've got Atakan! Taken by Razork! Even though, say, the Heretics are winning the fight, they don't finish the objective. They don't have the smite. Mickey looking to reset. Going to try and recall, will likely lose his withdrawal. Carlson picks up the 200 gold.
I mean, Carlson is pretty clean with the Yasuo. I will say this game has done. When you pair that up with the Smolder as well, who's going to chip away at you every time he gets just within range to either sneeze on you or hit you with his Q. Now Razork's ultimate comes down to zone them away from the tower.
Nature's Grasp comes down, Stem will press ult though, and then go onto Oscar Rin. The knockup will come on through from the Stranglethorns, and they'll just get that withdrawal and hold the turret.
I will say a bit of poor coordination there. So the chain CC didn't quite land. Carlson now overextended.
Humanoid's coming on down, Razork's there as well. Sneeze comes on through, that'll pop the passive on the Yasuo, who will begin to sweeping blade his way through the wave. Windwall comes on down, making Humanoid's life a little trickier, but the executes now coming through because the stacks are in. Nice knock-up, we'll get another passive, but I don't think even that amount of flow will keep Humanoid from getting the kill.
Because the carries across the board are pretty even, if not ahead, as you see Oscar now with a 2k gold lead of the top lane.
And the ult coming as well. Camillu will ult, is still going to get caught out just by the ultimate. And now with 3 members down here, I don't think Camillu's got anything to do. He doesn't have the ult to try and outplay in the fight. Will likely just fall. 20 seconds until Baron as well. They want to make sure he's off the board for as long as they can. What do Fnatic get at a poke comp? When you're looking at Smolder and Varus, who love to cast more abilities, feels pretty good this game. Sheo lands the grasping roots, but doesn't really lead to all that much. The problem now is, of course, Sten can look for an angle. In goes Razork. There's the Stranglethorn to try and buy a bit of space, but Razork flashes away. Magnet Storm back on in onto Stend and Sheo, and that likely means the Zyra is going to be put down to side, but Razork also in danger. Sap magic healing is ridiculous. Oscar Rin flashing away as Flakked tries to trade onto him. Carlson flashed on, trying to be kept alive, flashes forward onto Humanoid! And Humanoid gets the kill.
A scattered fight across the board where Heretics had the opportunity to find a number of skirmishes where they were very close to being able to find those picks, but they just couldn't quite secure any of them. Upset now sets his sights onto Flakked.
Wants this kill, gets the Q just short though, and Flakked, I think,
he's chasing for this.
He really wants it, even with the hail of arrows. He's got enough for slow Q, go on. 1 arrow, 1 kill!
And that's a shutdown. Upset makes his scoreline 8-1-5. 13 of the team's 15 kills.
4 items even for Oscar Rin. Flipping heck, that Gnar is strong, and look to do it all over again. And with the Hex Gates, Razork's like, hello. And the rest of Fnatic as well, they're just coming straight on in. They want a brawl. Carlson caught out, crashed down on with the Ferromancy. He's got a shield that means absolutely nothing. And Upset goes unstoppable.
an easy pick for Fnatic. They
Numbers look nice for Share, and they were for a period of the game. Don't look so nice when you look at mid and bot though. The poke has definitely been landing, and the base now broken into. Team Heretics, what on earth do you do to stall this Fnatic juggernaut at this point? Oscarinin times his escape through the Hex gates perfectly, and a synchronized...
Heretics had an opportunity, I think, to take control of this game. Unfortunately, a few mis-executions. Oh, Fnatic once again.
They've gone through the Hex gates. They're going to try and jump on Oscarinin, who did get knocked up, but they didn't really follow it up with too much. Another decent knock-up. Oscarinin low, Stend. Going to be chunked. We'll try and go into the backline. Again, no follow-up. Mom comes flying across the red buff pit, and they lose the Alistair, who is turned into a medium rare state, courtesy of the rest of Fnatic. Razzle looking to get on forward. Camilo gets over the wall, but that means there is surely no way that Team Heretics can contest the Hex Soul coming up.
They are approaching this mid lane tower. Oh, Root comes through onto Mickey.
Good chunk. Again, you've still got 3 items on a Yone, 3 items on a Yasuo. You've got some damage there. The problem is, Fnatic have got some too, and it's just easier to get onto key members with the range. They turn around, Sten goes on, but it's not on target. They want to ult with the last breath, and Sten has to back away.
Oh.
Gonna get executed. Humanoid and the Offset bring down the house. Camilo and Flacket desperately running away. A cleanse will not save you. Little Corky, a triple to Upset. A flash for Mickey, who does die to the tower, but that is surely the end of this game. Fnatic will make it 2-0. They will be moving on in the playoffs. A win to their name.
An absolutely ruthless Varus ultimate from Upset sends an arrow straight into the heart of Heretics and will send them to the lower brackets.
Game 1 was clean. Game 2, Fnatic had to fight back a little more, and they did so. This is the heirs apparent on your screen right now. They are supposed to be the team that wins the LEC on paper, and right now, they had to do business. They did it. Heretics 2-0'd, and you can now vote for your key player of the game. Could be Oscarin, could be Razzle, could be Upset as your option so far, and I think all 3 solid after their showing in those 2 games.
Warwick is hard to gauge how easy it is to dive him, I think, because Warwick obviously is played very, very rarely, so maybe it could be an interesting swap scenario if it's matched lanes.
Odo won. Oh my god, I bet he's saying it backstage. You know, I actually won that game. That was a bad Odo impression, I'm sorry. Well, Dragon goes down, Skimon. He's thinking about if he can get in as Broken Blade with that infinite duress, holds onto his mark, up to the turret. He wants the plating first. He gets that flea away. Jaws of the Beast help out, and the audience starts howling as Broken Blade pops the barrier. He just doesn't have enough. Are you telling me, you thinking it's going to be something else?
I'm going to wait and see. I'm going to wait and see.
I saw your cheeky look at the items as there we go, there's the Starfall. The Duress follows up as well. The dog's in with a public execution. But in the end, down goes Lot for first blood.
I'm just loving the crowd howling.
I know, TP. It's going to deny some minions. I would say that if I wasn't looking at Noah, who's now capturing the bottom side wave, with top being a nice standstill for Lot to move towards. Labrov face checking no. In Fog of War ain't good. He's going to be charmed up and instantly destroyed. Ari-Vi, a common duo for those reasons.
Nice pick by GiantX. Oh, hang on, Skimond. Might be able to get on to close. You got Kalista moving down.
The flash is burned, but Hans Summer's ready and receiving. Lot has joined in, but he just used his ulti in the previous fight as Hans now chases up. Lot might be in trouble. That Ren means they're slowed to buggery, and Skewmon now with another stop. Under turret will help out as Hans runs in, flashes for the Rand. That's your mama you're talking to.
I mean, this may not be over, though. You've still got another wave coming. Closer, trying to clear it out before it can hit the wave. Skewmon got a tank.
He's low, Skewmond. Not going to find Hansama, or rather, other way around. Skewmond is looking for closer, now resets in. Easy kill. G2 are playing with them, Dagda. They're playing with the meat.
They knew that the wave was coming, so Closer was like, look, I'm kind of damned if I do, damned if I don't. And now, Caps going for the trade. Jackie's has no ult.
You're right, he used it before. Caps in a 1v1, unheard of with the Azir, but he's just ordering him down to death. G2 have come and ignited.
It has been a slaughter for GiantX in the last couple of moments. Bottom
Build up of the Marshall Steel. Dagda, that's definitely not the right name. We're just going to stick with it.
It's awful. I was watching Broken Blade to see what he was up to anyway, because he's moving down, but there's the engage from John.
Oh, it's set up as well. Fate's Call going to be used too, but it's a double knock up into the air. But GX have this in the bag. Even with the ulti later out from Labrov, it's there as Skewmon gets launched up, and in goes Jackie's. 3 quick kills. GiantX find one opening.
Brilliant stuff from John.
Well, around top, That's the potential for this to set up. Perfect execution, buffered actually behind Broken Blade. Infinite Duress, meanwhile, the Primal Howl is looking for the fear, and it misses. Good spacing there as the adaptation sets them up, but Jaws of the Beast heals up for the time being. Broken Blade flashes, wants to get distance, gets the flash out. Another Jaws of the Beast! He's healed up, he's bailed out, but Doggy gonna die as GiantX still find the reset. Everything used in the kitchen sink as well. At least nice for GiantX, get some more gold as Caps might be in a bit of trouble. Noah's coming down. Chains Corruption are up and available. Caps waiting for it. Flashes out now eventually, but Noah matches as well. The old Fnatic 80 carry has his number as well as he's got all the stacks up and available. Caps is dead meat. Over to Noah. A lot of gold going over, and they commit hard to the bot. I think in the end, it's actually G2 who, by the way, because of objectives, get it as... Hang on, Dagda. What's that smell? Jackie's has gotten low, but Broken Blade doesn't know there's another foe in his way. He wants to send him away. He infinite duresses, but charmed out. Broken Blade ain't doing the damage here.
Deal with them.
Like, the red lady is crazy. Why challenge her, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, there's no point.
I said exactly. I have no idea.
No, you're exactly right, Dagda. Your Hunt's caught out. There's no way to react. The problem with GiantX's comp as a Callista, there's so many...
Now Broken Blade shows on top side.
Oh, but look, Caps is coming up as well. You've got to run, Lot! The Infinite Duress is up and available as you can see Lot is just trying to get out now using the public execution because there was no other way. Infinite Duress flushed away from as well. And as I said, Caps is coming. He ran all the way up from mid as he jumps in, looking for his time in the sun. His ult's still there with the flash available, but they're just poking him down. Broken Blade is chasing with his Blood Hunt. His jaws close, and with that, Lot's life too.
Jackie should be able to get this top lane tower, though. They want to try and look for more. Good handshake.
Dagda cheeks. Lot of spears in the Otacon that's going to be reset here as GiantX group is 5.
Yeah, still, though, they haven't actually reset it. GiantX, can they actually get the steal here?
Out, in, out, in, out. Broken Blade from the back end. The Infinite Duress sent in with the pop blossom from John! John sets it up, but Hans Summer finds Lot in the back end, and G2 are now trying to play front to back as Otacon is taken by GiantX. Their window in the sun is here. Only one withdrawal for now as G2 still trying to fight fire with fire as Broken Blade is hitting a clone. Another reset, another bite as Broken Blade left alive. Caps ultis in to save his own life, and in the jaws again. Broken Blade cleans them all up, and Otacon...
Stay on this bottom wave. They don't have the immediate trigger pull here for G2. Like you heard... the upset and Mickey kind of saying
from the skies, he descends down. Skewmon is going to be tagged up with the pop blossom, but no one from GiantX are there. Skewmon's angle. That guy is from the stars.
He manages to pick off Nico. Like, you should be able to move over, but again, I think GiantX kind of fumbling a little bit here. Now G2 setting up on towards this Baron. You still have a lot of members of GiantX available, though.
Let's
the poke is real.
Great point, Dagda. I was going to say, let's see how that poke affects them right. G2 are taking heaps of damage, and I'm watching towards Noah now as Broken Blade tanks it up. Chain to Corruption, he heals out. Jaws of the Beast, he autos, but now he's down. The burst finally utilizes Caps ulti, sends away Lot, looking for the front to back. It's G2 have to get out with the Baron. Caps knows it's doomed. GiantX know it's gloom, and Skewmon, he's looking for something else in the brush as he finds a trade kill onto Noah now. The Poke Virus needs his cooldowns available. Skewmon jumps in, gets the cleanse, an auto. There you go. No way! And the martial poise that comes out of this wilderness, man.
You cannot take down this Pantheon. It's kind of in games like this, which are slower paced and starting to drag, and how do you play on the map? This is where, unfortunately, not having a lot of that veterancy can come back to hurt you. As
Infinite Duress under turret, and remember the Grand Starfall, he's always there. Into the jaws once more. The Howl unleashes, and the fear is immeasurable.
I did not
think...
think...
That was an Urukai. The G2 teleport's going to be committed. It's into Fog of War, and GiantX are walking right into it. Again, the setup stun is there from Skewmon. It's perfect execution denied. Pop Blossom is good, but Caps went golden. He was able to space out as a bailout. Onto Hans Summer works. He revives, does enough damage as GiantX ran into the fray, and they will not be seeing the light of day. Closer escapes, while 2 of his solo laners are now dead, and Broken Blade... Oh, he can smell it again. He chases, he sends out closer while Baron now stands up, but it's Soul that G2 will be looking after.
Some of these low health bars, like Warwick, if you don't burst them out, is getting to heal back up because your Poke Varus and your Ari isn't all that all in.
The Flash Charm at melee range, so he doesn't have the Zonyas this time.
The tower? The tower?
A Zir turret, that seems fair. Yeah, let's make it do the same. Infinite Duress flash though, and the Grand Starfall combo returns. The Pop Blossom denied, and Broken Blade will not be denied as the ult from Lot to get on out. The perfect execution, rather public version, sends G2 towards the left.
Maybe a Baron steal could claw this game back for GiantX, but it is a long, long road back because G2, I mean, Lot's in a decent position here.
Yeah, but look, Brob has his hostile takeover. That's what I'm worried about. In front of 3 people, Edge of Night comes up not a moment too soon. But GiantX, the turn has begun. There it is, hostile takeover is into the back line onto Han Summer. It's a nice oldie, but closer. Doesn't have the follow-up he needs. Broken Blade gets on low, but he needs to get his jaws sunken in as GiantX zone on out. And there we go. The healing comes through as Chemtech Soul must be getting a hell of a lot of value right now. GX back away, not going to take that 4v2.
Well, yeah, but if GiantX could buy some time, that could maybe be the engage they're looking for.
How much poke can Noah send out? Hail of arrows after arrows after arrows. Junior telling me Dagda doesn't have the flash available, but Noah has the arrow in the quiver for the steal. Over, no! An attempt so boldly made. Broken Blade infinite duress into a wall, but they get the Baron. 43k damage from Noah. And again, we talked a lot about Noah coming into this and how he's big, but right now we're going to talk about Jackie's and how he's feeling small. Caught out. Jackie's, this has happened 2 seconds.
Yeah, Jackie's has been hacked, and now he's kind of in a bit of trouble because
not Hackies.
Broken Blade actually missed. Could be the pick.
It's on to Warwick though. He can buy some time. Remember, he's got Terminus. He needs to auto attack everything in the kitchen sink. Use though. Pop Blossom has Skumon joined in. He now flashes over. He's poked out, but for G2, they've got pressure down bot.
They're still looking for that bot lane tower. GiantX are now running back as quickly as they can to try and protect this bottom side, but it's gone. Caps is just keeping them at bay, and I mean, how much further did G2 want to go?
Can you end? Question mark.
I don't think they
so.
can.
No.
I think they're just trying to force GiantX back, but
Skumon is going in with no health bar. He gets himself a nice little proc of his item, heals up to half. Han Summer's still attacking the turrets because GiantX are not going in. They used all their buttons. They used all their buttons on the Wolf. So now set up with a hostile takeover. They've just taken down 2 Nexus turrets. G2 have an open Nexus, but will not take it yet. Close is looking for a flank. G2 running for their lives. The run out includes the follow-up from the rest of GiantX. From the left, G2 start from the right.
He's setting it up.
Skumon is looking to Grand Starfall into the base.
He's going.
And Broken Blade will run as well. In he flies. The minion wave at the perfect place at the perfect time. GiantX have to back away. Broken Blade won't let him. The primal howl is in the way. And as he jumps into the base, Caps has joined him as well. Lot sends starboard. And Caps and Skumon will take game 1 in primal fashion.
It's only a matter of moments. They didn't quite pad the KDA, but they did pad themselves a game win in this one. Very well played by G2.
G2, it was a classy game 1. It might not have been clean all the way, but bloody ferocious. Those are the words you'll hear. As ladies and gentlemen, we're going to throw to a quick break after this. See if GX can fight back in this best of 3.
To play around their early picks as well.
I think we're going to see a lane swap though, Dagda. I think G2 are going to try and instigate the lane swap with a Siffer Lulu. I mean, again, Drafts we knew were going to be a bit more chaotic with Fearless.
So
Skumon
has done a good job of avoiding it, so now you're getting the reset from Lot, but you're actually looking at the dive from G2, but it's G2 who are getting dove on top.
Broken Blade, I want to see what he started here as he gets a passive bit of healing. Shield of Duran as a Bramble Smash start. He flashes away. Broken Blade, the minions are going to be running out soon as well. He's looking for level 2. He's got a grasp up and waiting as well. Level 2 now acquired. He's got a twisted advance. And
you're able to, like, if someone is trying to do it to you, you can just immediately send it back and get Labrov interrupted. But yeah, I mean, I think it's even just the, well, it is a very nice part of her kit. It's the ability to just get a ton of damage off at long range, which is really vital as Lot takes quite a bit of damage in return.
Yeah, not too great. Bramble Smash isn't negated though, so good rebuttal to set us off. Shield of Duran gets the stun up. Jun is waiting for the Justice Punch, and it's again another Soulless Snare. Broken Blade's kept in place for so long. Twisted Advance is buying him time until it doesn't execute it.
It's just like, look, well, at least trying to run away, because he knows as many members. Caps actually stopped his reset, so it looks like that dive is going to happen now on the wave.
Skumon coming in as well with his ulti in tow. Lot's already been poked down to half HP. He's popped his pots, waiting as well, but the glitter lances keep coming out. Left, right, and center. The Grandmaster at Arms matters not. The burst is enough from Caps. And his first kill. Now G2, it's been all about this development, how things come together when they're with this crazy roster built together for so long. Now Broken Blade teleporting in. This is not how it comes together. Execute yet again. Are you ready? Noah doesn't even need to press the button. Instead, Jackies takes a kill, a response kill in response, though, as John dies down towards
Get first tower as the TP back in from Lot onto bottom side. Closer here. I don't think he can go for the dive.
He's going to drill in. He's looking for the impale. It's a good wild growth. So Lebrov saving his 80 carry. The all-in and mid, though, is now onto Caps. It's a bit of trouble here as Jackie wants to find him between worlds to get on out. The escape is there. Caps gets some good damage. As a return, dodges away from the shock blast without enhancement. G2 mid laner versus GiantX. Jackie so walks in, flashes out. The burst is massive, but look who's here to make it unfair. Flash wind becomes lightning, and Skewmon pulls it off perfectly. It's more of a puddle. Like, rivers into that it's running water, or it's at least got some measure to it. Like, if you look from this camera angle,
Broken Blade just there on that top side. They would have liked to hit it on Hansama, but looks like they're just not going to be a Caps TP-ing, though.
the flank is big. G2 have Broken Blade at the helm as well, and as that TP flies through with Caps, note that GX have brought everyone here. Lot gets bursted out, though, and now Hansama can fire away onto Lot. And there's no boomerang to hit him down. The Nature's Grasp is set back as Jun is still dead. GiantX couldn't walk into the fight. And 200 at 18.5 minutes in this game. Just again, another early game that for GiantX has put them a bit behind. Just poking his head in to peek in, and you can see now Jackies has found his way in. I spoke about Lebrov, he's wild growth himself. Hansama caught out as well, but there's no overwhelm. The Golden Eclipse is used. Hansama is out. Redemption will heal him as into the back. Broken Blade smashes down, but GiantX stay firm. Strong as a 5-man unit.
The fact that mid tower still stands always lets GiantX have a jumping off point where they can't be chased.
Oh, you can't be caught out here. Ulti sent upwards. Help from Closer, but a great ulti from Caps. Now G2 have to make the grand escape as Closer can't save the day.
On the opposite side, GiantX looks like trying to burst it down. Broken Blade gonna, I think, spot it out. No, just throwing in a sap lane in towards the pit. So I think this is just gonna go down. I don't know if G2 are aware. Now Broken Blade knows.
He can stop them. He can use that knowledge, turn it into power. Atakan is peeked away from. Was that English? No. Peeled away from is the word as Lot. Nah. How big is it? Like, Atakan is literally going to Woolworths.
He's even celebrating in front of him.
It was a health item. It was a tank item. Started with O.
The only one I can think of is Omrecker in my head.
No,
I don't think it's
still that exists. Impale. Broken Blade's caught out, but he is a tank. Wild Growth keeps him in measure as well. Out, that's Skewmon rather, excuse me, Broken Blade's now here in the same spot they got defeated before. GiantX still willing to take the fight, but Closer can't get the wall. LeBron GiantX still look for that pincer. They want that impale. They want that pick. They want that poke.
But G2 can't look for the engage because, again, you've got that reflect from Noah. He needs to be standing towards the front to make sure Broken Blade does open up, he can cover.
It's a jump in with Audacious Charge, but against the wall now found out. Impale again onto the jungler, but in a 4 as a choke. It's dangerous. G2 are getting Hansama to free fire. Watch him, even as Jun jumps in. Hans is not dying. Lot has a counter-strike up and available, but Hans has a Lulu there and available too. A double over to Hans, and they just couldn't take the Sivir down.
G2 were very patient in that fight, waited for just the right moments to use the cooldowns. That means the G2 now, they're just going to hold on to the wave. I think they just want to look to end.
They're going to try. Death time is long enough. We see our first smell, but it doesn't get to do much at all. G2, their experience still comes in handy and as good as you like. Nexus turret number 1 under threat. Jun needs to buy time, and buying time with his shielded round is exactly what he does. He clears the wave. Nexus turret number 2 might be too much to ask for. He's done a good job at trying to delay the inevitable, but GiantX, they're getting battered. They're getting torn apart by these turrets. This damage from the Sivir. Now with an Ardent Sensor, the Nexus is being hit down too fast. Hans flashes away, and G2-0 is how they start their playoffs for winter.
G2 looking dominant when it gets to the mid-game in both of these games, managing to find the picks, prevent GiantX from being able to play for any sort of picks themselves. It makes it so difficult to answer for anything.
Well, it was sketchy at some points. Props to GiantX, but for G2, they gave you what you expected. As you can vote for your player of the series at LEC on X. Broken Blade, Skewmon, Caps.
I'm waiting for you.